To be a Saint Marian means to be of service, one striving to follow in the footsteps of Saint Vincent de Paul, observing the needs of others and figuring out a way to meet them. Saint Marians give of themselves without looking for praise or admiration, and tonight's honoree is no exception.
My name is Fred Tromans. Been on the board for 8 years. I'm currently the vice chair of the board. I served for 5 years as chair of the board from 2013 to 2018.
Fred Tromans is the quintessential board member that everyone would love to have. Fred is creative, he's intelligent, he's well-read, he's a faith-filled man who really puts his treasures and his time and his talents forward into the mission.
She convinced me to join the board, and just a year later she asked me to chair the board, which kind of floored me. I took it on and I have enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed my association with St. Mary's, particularly with the mission of providing the opportunity for college for kids who are financially challenged.
Fred numerous times made the comment that, that it goes beyond just the graduation of the kids. It goes to teach the kids that normally wouldn't have an opportunity to go to college, to give them that opportunity to be able to better themselves, and hopefully to not only better themselves, but better in generations to come in their families.
Well, the stories, I think,
Oh, Fred always has a story.
How do you describe Fred's personality? He's a storyteller.
There's the story of a young girl whose father was in Lansing prison and whose mother was a drug addict, and she came to St. Mary's on a full ride and graduated in 4 years in pre-med Summa, and now has her MD degree from KU. There's the story of a young man from Utah, middle-class family. His family wanted him to go to KU and study accounting. And in his freshman year at KU, he learned something very important. He learned he hated accounting. And he was driving down I-70, saw the sign for St. Mary's, drove up, parked in the circle, got out, and somebody came up and said, "I don't think I've seen you here before. Can I help you find something?" And long story short, he transferred from KU to St. Mary's, changed his major from accounting to pastoral studies, and when he graduated, he went to work for Catholic Relief Services in Afghanistan. There are just a whole bunch more stories like that. There was a young guy that grew up in a project in Houston. His major was criminal justice, and he interned with the Lansing Police Department, and they wanted him to come to work there. And he said, "No, I'm going back to Houston to see if I can get some more of those kids out." Those are the kinds of stories that keep me coming back. And there's not, I've told 3 of them, there's bunches of them.
I thought Fred has been deserving of this honor since we created it.
There's only one Fred, and I mean that in the kindest of words. Fred makes meetings very enlightening, very educational. Anybody that has sat in a meeting with Fred, if you do not come out of the meeting smarter than what you went in with, you weren't listening.
He is one that, as a board chair, if we start a capital campaign, he's the first to step forward. He's also the first to step forward time-wise, to come up and spend time with our students in meetings. He was always eager to answer the phone if I was on the other end asking a question as a board chair. And so he exemplifies what it means to really be a civic leader in the Catholic community.
As you hear the word of the award, there wasn't one individual that came to mind more than Fred because of having known him over the past 6 years. He just exemplifies what the award really means about St. Mary's and the mission and the commitment.
St. Mary's is an institution where someone who might not have the means can come here and get a first-class education and an opportunity in the world and a chance to learn important moral values to take with them on that journey.
Thank you, Fred, for being a Saint Marian of the Year, for living the mission and showing us how it really means to be Catholics dedicated to social justice.